All right, so man, if you saw my last video, just got back from Cartagena with the homie. If you hadn't seen it, check it out, man. We were just on there chopping it up about the trip. Okay, so Medellin, Medellin, I've been to two, two times. One with my cousin for the weekend, and then I did like a 7 day solo trip. A little bit over a year, so close to 2 years ago. And with everything that's been going on as far as like people getting robbed, you got Americans and other foreigners like losing their life, unfortunately. I figured it would be a good time to make this video about a time I was slipping. And boy, you know how they say your angels be with you? My angels was with me. You know what I'm talking about? I really let my guard down, and I just wanted to make this video as a moment of transparency to let people know like it can happen to anybody. So I understand, it's easy for us to say, oh, you should have been doing this, shouldn't have been doing this. But you got to think, man, when you in live fire, you in the heat of the moment, like it can happen to anybody. You know what I mean? So basically, and another reason why I didn't put this situation out too quick, because at the time I was kind of in a relationship, so I was down there fucking off anyway. I was, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't on a mission to fuck off, but you know how I go, when in Rome, right? So basically, man, the first thing everybody tells you about Medellin specifically, even Cartagena, stay off the dating apps, stay off the dating apps. You don't have to go on the dating apps. Like if you trying to meet women, don't take it from me. You don't have to go on the dating apps. You can literally go outside, spin around, and point, and they gonna be all over the place. Regular girls, pros, none. I'm talking about they everywhere. They everywhere. Whatever you into, you can find. But the hard part is like if here in the States, the dating apps is whack unless you like 6'10", sitting in a Ferrari with 6 pack abs, flashing a bunch of money. Like chicks ain't really just checking for you like that. You know what I'm saying? And I consider myself to be a decent looking man, especially in my 40s, bruh. Here in the States, matches be scarce. So I think part of it, man, over there is just the confidence you get when you swiping everything you swipe on is damn near a match, especially on Tinder. You know what I mean? You can't even, you got so many swipes where they tell you got to wait 12 hours if you don't pay for it. Man, you ain't even finna get to that level. It's going to be so many. And I think that's why a lot of us get caught up in doing it. It just build the confidence. It build your confidence. You be like, damn, bro, they own me, they own me. But you got to understand that's a part of the game. That's how a lot of them girls get work, quote unquote. So anyway, I at the time, man, like I'm not really one of those. I'm not really into the pay for play thing. Like it's cool. I've done it before. But man, I don't really be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Cause in the back of my mind, I'm like, she with me. How many other folks she done been with today, yesterday, last week, week before, in a lifetime? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna be intimate with somebody, I like for that shit to be like an experience that I feel like we both is enjoying, and just not cause somebody's getting paid. So in this instance, I'm in Medellin, hopped on the Bumble. I'm there by myself, and matched with a chick I thought was attractive, and I specifically asked this girl. I asked her, was she an escort? Was she a sex worker? And she was like, no, no, I promise, no, I'm not into that. I'm a mom. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to meet somebody nice, have a good time. Okay. I'm like, bet, we on the same time. So how about we go out, have a couple drinks, have something, get something to eat, have a conversation, see where it go. So we meet up down in the Provenza area. That's the little tourist area, Poblado. And I see her, you know what I mean? She fine, just like her photos, You ain't gonna get you might get catfished over there, but it ain't gonna be too bad. Chick might be darker than her pictures was or whatever, but it ain't gonna just be like, who the fuck is you when she show up? So I get down, I get there, man. We have a good time. We sitting there eating. It was like one of the first times when I had started to see my learning Spanish was kind of paying off. I was able to get through a lot of the conversation without a translator, you know what I mean? So we vibing. Check come, I pay the check. Now it's time to see what the move is. So she like, hey, you want to go have a couple drinks? Let's hit the bar. Let's just walk around. I'm enjoying your company. I like you. Let's keep kicking it. I'm like, man, let's do it. So we hit a couple of bars. Now at the restaurant, I probably had like 2 drinks. I'm not a big drinker. At the time, I was still smoking weed. I ain't a big drinker, but I can handle my liquor. Hey, I went to high school with white folks, and I was an athlete, so I can handle my liquor, especially beer. So I probably like 2 drinks in. Now we hit one bar. She ordering drinks, I'm ordering drinks. Long story short, by the end of the night, we done hit like 3, 4 more bars. And I'm drinking Jack and Coke. So I'm probably about 7 to 8 Jack and Cokes in. Now, I'm still coherent. I ain't just wasted. Then it's getting late. This was about 2 in the morning. She hit me with the bampity, wamp, bampity. She like, yeah, so you want me to go back to your place with you? Now, at first, I was chilling before I started drinking heavy. But now, once you get the alcohol in you, well, I'm on demon time now. So I'm like, hey, yeah. Because at first, I'm just like, hey, I'm willing to hug her neck and maybe see her, 1 or 2 more times before I leave. But now, I'm like, hey, yeah. She hit me with this how much it's going to cost you. I'm like, shout it. You didn't flim-flam me, man. You didn't bamboozle me, man. Now, I know ain't nothing free. Whatever. Ain't nobody got to come in my comments and be like, man, you should have known. But if I'm asking somebody up front, is that what they into? And they telling me no. So she tried to hit me. So I hit her with the question, like, I thought you said woo. And she like, no, well, I'm not. But, I'm a single mom. And right now I'm not working. Meanwhile, at dinner, she had told me she worked for the government. So I'm just like, something ain't adding up. But now I done invested my whole night. I done bought dinner. I done bought some drinks. I'm like, all right. So, okay, I guess I'm going to play. So she said something that I wasn't really like running off on, cool little number. I was like, all right, whatever. So we hit one more bar. This where I started slipping. We had another bar. Now, mind you, I'm minding my own drinks. I ain't slipping like walking off and leaving her with my drinks. Now, I'm on game with that, but I'm still drinking. So now my coherency is just going down as the night's going on. She hit me with my homegirl is over in the area and she wanted to come and meet you and have a drink. So I'm like, yeah, tell her, come on. Long story short, I end up back at my spot with both of them. You know what I mean? That's why I was slipping. Now, I had Chica-proofed the apartment before I left. So, I had put up my money, put up my, hid my valuables or whatever. But still, I'm still slipping. You know what I mean? Like, if they would have hit me with the scopolamine, like, it would have been, I was slipping. I'm going to tell you what saved me. As embarrassing as this is to admit, man, I had drank so much, I had whiskey dick, folks. I had whiskey dick. But I'm talking about my dick was like, nah, we're going to have to sober up. You're going to have to put me in the drunk tank for a little while. So the homegirl ended up dipping. She tried to hit me for some bread, like, well, I did come back. I'm like, sure, but we ain't did nothing. Like, you better take that cab ride that I'm over. I pay for your cab ride. You feel me? But anyway, old girl ended up crashing. I ended up, cashing in my chips that next morning. But yeah, man, I was slipping. Like, I just remember being on the flight home, like, bro, you was thinking with the wrong head, literally. Like, yeah, that could have went totally different. Cause the homegirl, man, she was all right, but you know what, man, ain't gonna get excited at the idea of having 2 for the price of 1. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so don't be like me. Don't put yourself in that compromising position. Yeah, I was slipping real bad. So, man, condolences to everybody who's been through tough situations down in South America, Colombia specifically. Like, fellas, I mean, it's one of those places, man. Medellin is a dope city. Like, I've had a ball every time I've gone. And I've even tried to talk to homies into going, and they be like, nah, we just gonna stick with Cartagena. But the same thing can happen in Cartagena. You got to realize a flight from Medellin to Cartagena ain't nothing but about 50 minutes, bro. and it's cheap, round trip. Hell, I done been down there so much, I done seen the same girls in both cities. Out in the tourist areas doing their thing. So we only one swipe away from a bad situation, one WhatsApp away from a bad situation. So stay safe, fellas. I just wanted to kind of put y'all up on what happened to me, man. And luckily, like I said, it turned out for my best interest. But Lord knows, man, it could have went the other way. Cause who's to say? Like if I would have got down with both of them, I probably would have passed out. Luckily, Charlotte, who stayed with me, was just as drunk as me. You know what I mean? So even if she was trying to pull some slick shit, she was too out of it anyway. She was out of her wits too. So yeah, man. Let me know if y'all got any questions, man. Any recommend if I need to recommend any places. The Airbnb I stayed in, I don't remember. It was like the only problem. It was cheap. It was chill though. But that bit was on top of the discoteca. I'm talking about, but them folk went ape shit all night, nigga. I'm trying to sleep. All I heard was do. Bro, it was, yeah, bro. So, but yeah, man, that's it for this video, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, boys. I'm going back to Cartagena in about 30 days. So be on the lookout. I'm gonna try to do more like video, man, when I'm down there getting more footage of just some of the things that I'm doing in the moment. But man, I be too busy living, but I be forgetting to pull this phone out sometimes. You feel me?